Hello, and welcome to episode 18 of Forever Stranded. So, guys, today we've got to get our power situation under control. I've been fiddling with it a little bit in between episodes, and now it seems with the upgrades I made that this thing is going to start being able to keep up. Because the generators are cranking along and getting blocks now, and the capacitor banks are staying full. So I think that this is going to be able to keep up with all that stuff we're doing over there now, with some speed upgrades in there and some improvements down below. Basically, what I did was I threw a double layer capacitor in here, so that way it's churning through these blocks a little bit faster. I'm still having to manually insert flint because for some reason there's not enough coming out of the farm to keep this thing going. But I mean, we've got plenty of it over here, so I'm not sure why it's not keeping up with that, based off of what's coming through here, because I do have all of the flint from this is supposed to go to there first, before it goes over here and becomes flint blocks. So I might need to check in that too. But also the other thing that I want to do is I really want to get up into some other machines, because I want to set up an applied energistics network. I want to have all that stuff over there usable at any given moment. And if I'm going to put even more strain on our power network, then I feel like our power network needs to be a little bit stronger. So I was looking at making some environmental tech solar panels so that way we could get some passive power going on. And as it turns out, the recipe now integrates some of these actually additions blocks. Most notably, an empowered block. Now, that's something that we haven't messed with yet. The empowerer is right here. You can see this is the recipe for it, and it requires a display stand. And we're going to need a total of 5 of these crafted because we need 1 for the recipe for the empowerer, and then 4 to run all the stuff that happens from it. Because the empowerer, if we take a look inside the book, we can see how it works is basically you have 4 things around whatever is actually on the empowerer, and then it makes that. Because you have to set it up like this. So there's going to be 2 display stands on either side, 2 display stands, one up and down on each side of it, and then the empower in the middle. And you put one of those 4 ingredients onto each stand. It doesn't really matter which one, and then whatever's in the center onto the empower, and then you get the empowered version of it. So for Restonia, empowered Restonia, the block's the same. So the empowered diamond, diamantine, I think it's called here, is made just like all the rest of that stuff that we just saw. So let me find, that's Inori, there it is, the diamantine to empowered diamantine, and it requires clay and light blue dye, which is something else we'll have to get into. So yeah, basically we're going to try to craft this, which will not be too very difficult here. Iron casings, display stands, that's aesthetic and aesthetic quartz. What's aesthetic? Chiseled quartz blocks through the atomic reconstructor. Okay, that's not so bad. Let's see. We've got some quartz, although I don't think it's over here. I think it's in one of these. Yeah, we don't have very much of it though, and we need a total of 6 per block. So I guess we're gonna have to churn out some more quartz, which means soul sand, which means we need to go and get some normal sand and put it through the atomic reconstructor to turn it into soul sand, and then power through it on our sieves. So let me go and knock out some of that. We'll gather some quartz together, and then we will take a look at the next step. And that's another thing. We've been doing a whole bunch of stuff and not getting any enchanting done. So we're going to go ahead and make this. It's an extra item from Ender.io that helps you to do enchanting. I don't think it requires any power, so we're going to go ahead and just slap it down. I guess there's no real good place like where it'll actually look fantastic, so for now we'll just put it down here. And then let's see. We can see the recipes here. Basically, it takes a certain amount of levels, it takes a certain amount of materials, and then you go ahead and make whatever book it is that gives you an enchant. So, for instance, protection, feather falling, aqua affinity, any of the normal Minecraft enchants are going to be in here. So you can just put this on any of the items that you're trying to do, like you would normally. So in an anvil, you would slap this book in, cost you a few levels, and then you put it on whatever item it is that you're trying to put it on. So I thought we'd go ahead and throw that down, because while we're tilling through all of this with all of this soul sand that we've got here, we're going to go ahead and see if maybe we could get some fortune onto it. We've got a few levels built up here. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do a lot, but I guess we will see. So let's find out what's the enchantment. What's the recipe for fortune? That's XP boost, auto smelt protection, fire protection. Just gonna kind of churn through these until we find the one for fortune. Sharpness, smite, bane, knockback, fire aspect, looting, efficiency, silk touch, mending, fortune. There we go. I'm pretty sure that's what we can apply to it. So it's going to cost 27 levels. Wow, for level 3, that is quite a bit. And then also 9 lapis, 3 emeralds. Okay, so I mean we can do that. So let's double check real quick before we do this. Is fortune the one that goes on this? XP boost, mending, auto smelter, unbreaking, huh? So that's not, it's not fortune. XP boost, why would you want XP boost on this? I really thought that you could apply fortune to these and then it would get you, Mending and mending might not be so bad though, depending on how it. There's no way. Hold on. Okay, so I'm gonna take a minute and I'm gonna investigate in a creative world, and then we'll come back to this one and we'll check it out. Alright, having tried it out in a creative test world, I can say for sure that 3 enchantments that we are going to be able to apply are Fortune, Unbreaking, and Efficiency. And they work wonders. Unbreaking makes it, if you do all 3 levels, it makes it to where it takes about half durability loss, which means that instead of taking 1 off for every time you plunk it, it takes 1 off for every third, I think, just because of the way the mechanics work. The Fortune definitely adds more coming off of it. There's a lot more drops. In the test world, I tested like, I want to say just 6 individual soul sand. And it gave me like almost a full stack of quartz. I mean, which some of that is going to be luck, but not all of it for sure. And then efficiency, you just pound through it really, really fast. So, you know, instead of having to click on it multiple times repeatedly to get it to go through, you really only have to click it like, I mean, maybe 4 times, and then you've sieved the whole block. Quite nice, quite nice. So what we're going to do is, I think the most important one's going to be Fortune. Second most important one's going to be Unbreaking, and then the third is going to be Efficiency. But really, I would like to, if I could, I'd like to do the Unbreaking and the Fortune right now, which I'm not 100% certain we can, unfortunately, just because of the way that the amount of experience that it costs. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to actually pull all that out at the same time, but we're sure going to try. We're sure going to try. So let's go ahead and do that. And you can see that takes 27 levels to get that Fortune 3 out of there. So go ahead and grab that, and then we'll see if we can get 13 for the Unbreaking 3. Yeah, so we can get both of them. I'm not sure we're going to be able to apply both of them. That's going to be the problem. Okay, so let's pull this anvil out. I used this earlier to make some stuff. But we can go ahead and put this down, put that in, and put that in. 3 levels. Okay, okay, not bad. Let's see. I think it's actually going to be... I just did this. Like, I just saw that this was a possibility, and now it's not working. And I mean, I just did it in a normal anvil, and I actually dropped myself out of creative mode to make sure that this was going to work. And now it's not going to work. What? What? Ah, I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed. What am I supposed to use on it then? I definitely used Fortune. I didn't use looting or anything like that. Why isn't it working? Maybe I don't have enough levels? But I mean, it shows, even if you don't have enough levels, it shows that you just don't have enough levels. Okay, let's try clicking out of it and see if maybe that'll help. Nope, it is just not taking it. It's not letting me enchant it with Fortune 3, which I absolutely did before. That is frustrating. That is really, really frustrating. Well, anyways, we can put this one on, I suppose. Or we could get more materials a different way. I know. Just, man, I'm very... Okay, let's look at this a different way, right? Because I'm pretty sure we can put these inside of these sieves, right? And I just pulled that out, of course. Okay. Because I want to say that you can put these books here. No? No, that's where the block goes. I thought there was a way to get more drops out of this, but I guess it is just enchanting the meshes. Maybe I'm thinking of the other one, because there's multiple mods that do this kind of stuff. So I might just be thinking of the other one, where you put books in instead of just enchanting the meshes directly. Dang it, though. Dang it. Well, let's go ahead and put Unbreaking on there. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing, of course. Okay. Unbreaking. Now can I put Fortune on there? No. I mean, I definitely did do it, though. That's the part that's really bothering me here. Oh, well. Oh, well. I gotta let that go. Gotta let that go. So what we need, what I was really hoping for, is that we could just get a whole bunch of crystal and never have to worry about this again. But if it's gonna be mean to us there, not let us do that, then oh well. It is what it is. We got to pull this out. I mean, really, I guess we don't, because this one we can just put in later, right? Right. Okay, so then we're going to pound through this stuff, and I'll show you what we get afterwards. Check it out. With the extra skeleton spawners inside of our spawning chamber, as well as our speed upgrades to it, we are now building up a reserve of bone blocks again. So this power structure is going to be fine. Now that being said, I still do want to get into that environmental tech solar generator, because passive power is always something that we're going to have a use for as we keep going, of course. Like I've said already, we're going to need it. So I went ahead and sieved all that soul sand, and you can see here this is the the gain that we got: 10 gas tiers, 43 nether wart, and a whole bunch of quartz. Now I've used some of it because I went ahead and I've got the display stand up. All this stuff is just made using the atomic reassembler. So you put it in front and then shoot the laser at it and it becomes this stuff. But anyway, so we've got our 5 display stands. 4 we need to set it up, and 1 we need to craft the actual Empower itself. So we've got these things that we still need to do. I've made the iron casings. Let's see what goes into the battery, because the rest of it's not going to be anything. The Inori crystal, a normal battery, and advanced coil. Alright, well the advanced coil is easy. We'll go ahead and grab out 5 redstone since we need some for another project there. In fact, let's do 16, because I think that's the most that the Reconstructor can do in one go. And then we also need Inori, so that's iron. So we'll grab out 16 iron. And let's head over here real quick and shoot off a couple of lasers, right? Now I put it in the ground just to make this easy on me, so I just chunk it in there, hit this button, and boom, we've got ourselves some Inori crystals. Same thing with the redstone. Boom, we've got ourselves some Restonia. Alright, so let's step over here. We'll start using this crafting table since that one's being taken up by our stuff. Although we will lay down one of these Restonia crystals just so I don't use up everything and then forget. Alright, so Empower, double battery, we've got this. Yeah, that's why I was getting the other Restonia. So let's go ahead and grab this black quartz out. Lay that down. Boop, 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 boop. Got that going. Put that in the center. Grab out some of these nuggets. Lay this around in a circle. And we've got that advanced coil. So let's go back and take another look. Advanced coil, 5 Inori crystals. Single battery is just another one of those, and 5 Inori crystals and a Restonia. Okay, alright. So we're going to go ahead and lay that down, put that down. Boom, boom, got that single battery. And then for the double, we need to do that again. Okay, not a big deal, We'll just grab out another one of these black quartz. Boom, 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 boom. We've got ourselves that coil. Put that in the center. We're going to grab out those nuggets. Got 8 of them again. Boom, 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 boom. And we got that advanced coil. And then we need the 5 Inori crystals. And then the single battery. And that's the double battery. Alright, and then we can throw this down in here. And we've got ourselves an Empower. Check that out, guys. We're doing fantastic now. So the only thing else that we'd have to do here is get this set up, and it really does take a fair amount of space. So I'm not sure how I want to do that yet. I went ahead and filled this in with the brownstone because I'm considering just extending out our walls around this whole thing. But I'm not sure. I really like the kind of open air feel for it, even though this is like a heavily industrialized type thing. I'm digging the vibe of mixing the reconverting nature back from the sand, along with the industrial stuff where we're making all these machines that we need. So I'm not sure what would be our best course of action there. I'm thinking I might just add another layer to this, right? Like go ahead and build a platform off of the second floor and have it come in here, or I might just actually use the second floor of the internal house, but I was thinking that I wasn't ever going to use that actually, but maybe we will. I don't know. So I'm going to figure out a place for this, and then we'll come back together and check it out. Alright, so let's pull this out right here. We're going to step over here and put the finishing touches. So what I went with, was I just made a platform up above, and we got this going, and what we need here is we're going to have to need some conduits. I really hate to put this down here, but it's I left it open and made it look all nice, and then realized that it's actually the display stands that need the power, not the Empower itself. It doesn't need power. It just takes from the display stands. So we're going to put in all these cables, and then you can see here I've got a really basic setup going for getting the items empowered. So I've got these chests that are going to push items from them into the display stands, and then it'll consume those to empower whatever block we place here, and that part's just going to be us like slapping it down, picking it back up after it's done. This requires a good bit of power, so probably using anything but the cables wouldn't work out so well anyways, but you know, I think we should be fine. We can store 800,000, which I think these what is the input here? We got 3,500,000. So yeah, we can handle this off the one capacitor bank and then recharge it over time. So we're gonna slap some stuff in here after I get all of the cabling put in, and then we will shoot our first empowered block. Alright, you ready for this? Let's go ahead and pop one of the clays in there. Yep. Another one over here. Over here we've got clay block. And over here we've got a light blue dye. And if we put this in, it should start working. I didn't mean to place it on top of it. Huh. Oh, gosh. I'm... a diamond block is not a diamantine block. That's a diamantine block. Gosh. Alright, there we go. Boom, that's it working. Now, it does suck up a good bit of power. Let's watch our thing here. Or does it? Does it just take it at the end? We'll watch one of these instead. Or maybe it's keeping up? Is my network strong enough to just keep up with this? I find that difficult to believe. Maybe I'm losing a lot of power over here. No, it's still gaining a good bit of power. Huh? Well, whatever. That's our first empowered block. We're in a good place, guys. With that starting to come down, and now we can start working on getting that solar panel together. Cool. So we're just getting ready. We're making the solar panel controller tier 1. We've got to do a couple of things on the side here. So we're going to make some of this enriched sand. Then we're going to go ahead and pour that into a furnace here so we can pull out the clear glass from Environmental Tech. Yep, good, fantastic. Then we'll fly back over here and put this stuff together. So we've got the 3 clear glass up here, the 3 photovoltaic cells made thusly, with an iron down here, 2 redstone on either side, and we got a solar cell. Then we step over here with our 4 empowered blocks and our blocks of gold, and we've got ourselves a solar panel controller tier 1. Now we're not fully ready, because in order to make this thing, I don't know if you've played with Environmental Tech before, but if you haven't, basically what you have to do, let's just pull up the entire mod here so you can take a look. You have to make these structure blocks, and that's what you use to build the big multi-block structures that form into a solar panel or any of the other machines that are available in the mod. So we're going to need to take a look at some of the structure blocks here. Excuse me. Basalt, hardened stone, or alabaster. We don't have any of these. They don't naturally generate. So let's see what the recipe is. Gold, redstone, and alabaster. How do you get alabaster, though? That's the thing. Oh, stone. Yeah, this is going to be probably... I'm just going to take a swing that that's the easiest. Let's look at hardened stone, though. Oh, no, sorry. That's the easiest. Just stone. And then a basalt. Basalt is made with coal and stone. So yeah, we're gonna... Let's see. Let's look here for a second. We're not using any cobblestone at all inside of our buildings here. Unfortunately, none of those 3 really match up just exactly with what's what's going on here at our base. But we do have some black in, so we should probably make the basalt ones, because that's gonna mesh most naturally with what we got going on, especially since we've got these solar panels from Extra Utilities up here on the top of our base, and those are black around the bottoms and edges. So the basalt would probably match / look the nicest. I could just cheap out and go with the hardened stone, because obviously we've got an infinitely generating cobblestone factory right there. But I don't think I want to. I think we're gonna use the basalt and put that into our base here. So I'm gonna grab out some of the coal that we've got built up, and we're gonna put some of those together. After that, we've got to make a couple of other things. We've got to make one of these assemblers. And then we'll take a look inside the book for this mod at how many we need, and we will get cracking. Gosh, these modifier cores are expensive. We need 4 of them. That's blocks of iron, some more of that clear glass, and then the smooth stone. We got to have 4 of these for what we're trying to build here. So let's step over here. We're going to grab out our assembler that I was telling you about. You can see we're getting all kinds of achievements. So I built a little tower here just so I could judge the size that we were going for. We're going to go ahead and put this down right there. Now how this works is it's going to assume, based on what we do here, we're going to click on this block over and over again, and you can see it's going to start placing stuff for us. So if we just keep clicking it, and we're going to go ahead and get rid of this dirt block right here, maybe we're going to get rid of this dirt block right here. Can we not do that with the assembler? That's dumb if I can't. That's real dumb. Okay, so then assembler, boop, 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 boop. And eventually it tells us that the multi-block structure is complete. You can see we've got ourselves a nice little solar panel here. I'm going to put some torches down just to make sure that nothing spawns up here and starts dropping down on my base. And that was our last torch. Nice. And then we're going to go ahead and just tear this tower down. Now here comes another test, right? Because we made these lasers so that this could connect up to our network. So if we click that, and then get our wrench, click that, and then click that. Yeah, see, it's the too far away. Too far away. So we're gonna have to bring it down and then bring it down again. So we'll put one over here on so there isn't really a super good place for it here, but let's assume we'll just put it like here, right? Right. Okay. And then we're going to come back up here. We're going to click on this again and click on that. Yeah, good. We got that good. Then we click on this and we click on that. Boom. Boom. Now we have a really good passive power system going into our network. I'm going to just let that go. This is on both direction mode, which is not really what I want. How about only out of adjacent blocks? There we go. So now no power is going to stay in this thing. It's going to be taken out, put down there. We're going to have to let that one go both directions just because we don't need it anyways. And then boom. So now all these generators, let's see. You are going down. You are all the way down. You are going down. You are all the way down. Over time, these should get filled up because this thing should definitely be generating power. I wish it had like a very just an awesome little menu or something you could see, but clicking on this isn't doing anything for me, so I can't see what's going on there. And we're just going to double check one more time with this compass that is on only out of adjacent blocks. So that should definitely be taking power out of this and pushing it down. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, gosh, during the day these should be filling up, but I guess maybe these are just pumping all the power and so the solar thing isn't being used. I think I have to pull these off, guys. I think I have to pull them off of the thing itself because it's going to keep using these and that power is just going to be ignored. Unless we're doing a big project that needs to pull all the power out of the generators and then it'll start taking from the solar panel. But I want the solar panel to be the first thing used. So we're going to have to move these, I think. I think we're going to have to move these. But anyways, that's going to do us for today. We've made some major progress there. A solar panel is definitely nothing to scoff at. We might make another one or maybe two because that generates quite a bit of power for us during the day. And if we build some more of the capacitor banks, then we can have a lot of power stored up and then just go through the night without worrying about it and have these generators more as like a backup instead of as a primary power source. But that's going to do us. Like I said, if you liked the episode, please hit that like button. It really makes me feel appreciated. Lets me know that you guys are enjoying what you're seeing. And if you are new, please subscribe. I'm really hoping to finally break some of those barriers and get lots of subscribers. And it would really benefit me if you guys spread the word around and tell everybody you know that watches YouTube that they should check me out. Anyways, I will see you in the next episode.